channel, and today I'm going to be doing part 1 of how to style your wig at home step by step. And this is for my clients and potential clients who are just unsure of how to wear their units and they just need guidance every step of the way. This is for you, okay? I decided to do this video because I've been getting tagged in some photos. I love your beautiful faces, but you're not doing your unit or your extensions any justice. So this video is mostly on how to wear your wig successfully. And so this first part is going to be on styling your wig, and then there will be a part 2. Ladies, your wig should not look like this on your head. If it looks like this, you're doing something wrong at home, okay? And you need to call me quick, fast, and hurry so we can go over how to do this on your own. But I'm gonna show you what to do, okay? So after you've washed your unit, which there's a whole video on IGTV how to do that, and you've air dried it, this is what it might look like. This is our platinum straight hair. It actually would be straighter, but when she was drying, she was in one of the dryers at the studio, so she has some crinkles in it just from it being in the dryer. But yeah, she's gonna look like this, okay? I'm gonna show you what you need next. So here are the essentials. I purposely did this at home because this is where you guys will be at home. Here are the essentials: some hairspray and heat protectant, a ragtail comb, it doesn't have to be special, a wand or curling iron, a flat iron, a plug-in pressing comb. Plug-in pressing comb. Yes, go buy one from the beauty supply. Some clips and a paddle brush. Step 1. All right. It's probably best to make sure your unit is secure before you start brushing her or styling. So we're gonna brush her now. Now I've already brushed her out really good, but I'm just doing this so you get my drift. Brush her out, okay? All right, look, take the hair out your brush. Okay. She's ready to be styled. I always like to start from the back and work my way outward. She's gonna have a middle part, so I'm gonna be doing vertical sections while I am flat ironing. If you watched any of my other styling videos, you know I like to work in vertical sections, 4 to be exact. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So I'm gonna go down the middle of her head. I've already parted the front piece on the left out. That away. Okay. So we're gonna start styling her. Okay. So now you're going to take this vertical section, and I usually like to part out like 1 or 2 tracks. For straight hair, you can take out a little bit more, but this would be the most, I would say. And then the rest, clip away. Use heat protectants, guys, just like you would on your own hair. Then you're gonna take your fine tooth comb.
You mean white?
Comb it through until you can get the whole comb through. You're gonna put the fine tooth comb in under the hair like this. Then take your flat iron. I usually like to start 1, 2, 3 passes at the top and then follow the comb down the shaft of the hair until the very, very end. Don't talk about me and my wig grip. Don't do it. Okay, see that? Now our straight hair usually only needs 1 pass, but if you have a wavy hair, I would say about 2 passes at least, or until your desired flattening. If you have curly hair or further, then I would say make sure it's blow dried really good first, and then go really hard at the highest heat, which this is on the highest heat too. I think it's 450 with your flat iron. You also may need to start with the pressing comb a few times and then go in with the flat iron. If you have hair that's like wavier to coarse, so wavy, curly, and coarse, you may need to put a little extra work into, but this is pretty simple, okay? So I do have a video on our IGTV on how to flat iron like wavy hair and coarse or curly hair from our extension line. It's like one of the first videos I put up. So if you have questions on how to do that, I have a detailed video there. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish this section and then show you guys what to do next. Okay, something good to point out. As you go up this vertical section, your spaces are gonna get wider. You don't want to try to get this whole thing in the flat iron. It's only gonna straighten what is on the two plates. So once you start getting high enough, you need to split those wider sections into two so that it can fit into the flat iron, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Remember, 1, 2, 3 passes, and then you're gonna get your comb, put it under, and then chase the comb, okay? If you have hair that kind of starts to move out of the flat iron, it's okay. Just let it move out so you don't have to start that whole section over. And then the hair that moved out, you'll be able to tell it's not as straight, okay? And you can just add it to your second section. So I've already sprayed it. You want to spray every section with heat protectant. 1, 2, 3, and chase the comb. Now, what happens is if you don't comb it out like I just did, it'll get stuck. So you want to make sure that all your little kinks are combed out before. If you let it air dry, sometimes there will be like little kinks because maybe it wasn't combed out really good before you washed or right after washing. So it happens. But you want to make sure that you get those out before you flatten. And then boom. See that right there? I'm a perfectionist, and that's why my wigs usually look pretty good. So I don't like even the slightest little kink. I'm just gonna go over that really quick. Okay, see that? If your section looks like this, you're doing well, okay? So I'm getting to the very top where there's a little bit of scalp showing. That's the lace. Now I'm in the back of the head, right at the top, above the crown. So this part is very important because you want this to lay flat. So I'm going to show you what I do to make it lay flat and look natural. Let me put this down. Okay. So this is the crown area, right? This is where your pressing comb comes in. Any hair that's on the lace, you're going to use the pressing comb to manipulate, okay? So first, you're gonna go ahead and just comb out the kinks, spray it. You can actually comb out the kinks after you spray it. That's fine too. All right, so my camera is a little bit lower than the crown and she doesn't wanna move back anymore, so I'm gonna let her sit where she is. So you're gonna take your pressing comb, go right at the root, okay? Right at the root, okay? And you'll see, if you did this right, the hair will start to lay down flat, like it'll do what you want it to do. See that? But it's also important that you make sure all your hairs on each side is put away. So your hair will do what you want it to do if you just use a little heat protectant and use the pressing comb. I'm gonna do it one more time back here. So we already sprayed the heat protectant. All I'm doing, and I'm capturing the other side, which is okay, is going on with the pressing comb. You don't even have to take the pressing comb all the way down. All right, so now you can go ahead and finish this whole section. Remember, 1, 2, 3, and follow your comb down all the way down. Easy. So got a little bit of portion over here that. Okay, so I've done this whole left side. Okay, so as you're going around, you can see the difference. There's that, and then there's that, okay? So as you're going around and you're starting a new section, you can go ahead and just section that off. Put her to the side, okay? And then start on the next vertical section. Another key point, when you're combing your sections, always start from the bottom and work up. So start from the bottom and work your way up. What you'll find if you start trying to comb from the top is you're going to run into some resistance. So start from the bottom, especially with longer hair, like you just gotta work from the bottom up, okay? So see that? Now it's combed through, all right? It's not the hair's fault. It's operator error, okay? All good. No shedding. It's all good. Okay, you guys, so I am now at my last vertical section. The rest of the head I have done. Look how full and beautiful she is. Oh, anyway, all right. So this is all we have left now. Let me show you. I've already straightened the other side. So now we're gonna do this side on the lace so you could see how to get that flat, natural looking, like straight vibe as if it were like literally your hair. So pay attention. This is one of the most important parts. Okay. So before you start sectioning this side off, your lace is your very fragile part of your unit. So you want to be very diligent and careful. So what I like to do first is I'm going to make sure this area is clipped away. So I'm going to brush her out first from the root with the paddle brush. You hear how I'm like scraping the lace? And the reason why I do that is because the hair is tied. There's hairs tied to the lace. Every single strand is tied to the lace. So sometimes the other side, the slack of that strand of hair gets caught. So you want to make sure that that is all out before you start straightening, okay? All right, so we're going to go ahead. And now these slithers that you do up here are going to be much smaller than the ones you did in the back so that you can make sure that you're getting every single strand, okay? Now, a lot of frontals, some more than others, depending on how they were made, will have that slack of hair that I was telling you about. It's knotted. So there's a short piece of hair and then there's a long piece of hair that comes out of the frontal. So those short pieces sometimes will stick out. So that's why it's really important that you're getting every single piece. So we're going to go ahead and spray, comb the spray through. I like to keep control at the root. Get your pressing comb and you're going to go with the teeth straight into the root. It's okay if the pressing comb touches the lace, just don't hold it onto the lace, okay? Just comb right through. I like to get right up against the lace. Now, you don't have to take the pressing comb all the way down if you don't want to. If you have curlier hair, then it's probably a good idea to take the pressing comb all the way down, okay? But for this, I'm just more focused on the root. Now, you see how flat that made it? That's what we want. So after that, then we're going to go in with the flat iron and do our passes. I still do my 1, 2, 3 and then follow the comb down. Sis keeps falling asleep on me and we got an issue. Like, she's gonna have to wake up. Okay, wake up. All right, so I'm gonna show you that one more time.